Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brother and sisters. In our previous episode, we talked about the Islamic ruling and the definition of fasting. And we also talked about the merits of Siyam. And in this episode, we will continue talking about the benefits of fasting. And the benefits of fasting is spiritually and also morally, and also above all things, it's the obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also it's to train believers in taqwa, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, and also being mindful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and fear from Him, and teach the patience and sincerity, and develop the endurance and self-restraint, and also restricts the movement of the Satan or devils. These are a benefits or the spiritual benefits of fasting, as fasting teach us how to be patient, how to obey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders as He required from us. And also another social benefit of fasting is the gathering during the month of Ramadan. Families gathered around the table to break fast together, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also to meet with each other and communicate. And this is very important in Islam. And also to teach sympathy towards others. So when they break fast together, they feel each other as Muslims. And also there is a medical benefit of the fasting. And my brothers and sisters, nowadays, one of the main type of the diets is the intermittent fasting, which is usually in this diet, doctors, nutritionists said you have to fast most of the day and then eat some of the day. And this is proven in medical with a great effect in the body, and also in the spiritual. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribed fasting for us, and it's kind of practice, and Muslims can do this type of the intermittent fasting during the rest of the month of the year. So it's also helps the body to digest well and to function well. So fasting has a huge benefits, and also it's used to store, medicals. They store cholesterol and in the blood, and all these cause heart disease. So during the fasting, your body gets rid of all the toxic things, So fasting is not just only spiritual, but also has a medical benefits. And one of the things that we didn't talk in the previous episode, when we should fast. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam teach us everything. And he said, "Somu liru'yatihi," fast when you see the moon. So Muslims should, sighting the moon of Ramadan, ru'yat, the moon of Ramadan. This is where you start, and also you break your fast and you stop Ramadan when you see the other moon. So in the Islamic calendar, so we start fasting when we see the moon, and we complete our fasting when we see other moon, so we stop fasting. And this is a proven by two rightful Muslims are required to sight the new moon. And also this is the new moon of Ramadan and the moon of Shawwal in the Islamic calendar, which is the month the 9th, and Shawwal is the 10th in the Islamic calendar. So completing the month of Shaban, which is the 8th, 30 days when we couldn't see the moon. So Prophet Muhammad said, if you can't see the moon, so you stay for 30 days for the month of 8th. So this is so important, and it's not allowed at all to fast the doubt date. So the doubt, the day which is you couldn't see the moon, it's not allowed to say, okay, just to guarantee that I will fast this one. No. You complete 30 days and then you fast. This is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ teaches us. And also there is a pillar of Siyam. Siyam has two main actually pillars. The first one is the intention. An intention in Islam is so important because it's distinguished between ibadah and the other activity. The intention is to distinguish the ibadah from the other activity. So intention for fasting should be at the night time before the Fajr. From the first day, you intend that you will fast the whole month from that night, and this is the intention, the first pillar. The second pillar is the abstention. Abstention from food, from drinks, from all things that break the one's fast, from dawn to the sunset. So this is the time. And there is some conditions for fasting Ramadan. The first one, to be Muslim. So non-Muslim not fasting Ramadan, it's not accepting, Allah not accepting from them. So Islam is the first condition. The second is puberty, and the sanity, third, and capability. So elderly and sick people, or the sick person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him excuse not to fast. And sick, if it's curable, he can fast later. And if it's incurable, this is feed. And elderly as well, if they couldn't, they feed rather than fasting if they are elderly. Also, lack of prevention, and this is for an example of the post-birth bleeding, and this is the makeup after the bleeding, when it stopped bleeding. And also the residency, because the traveler, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them excuse to break their fast, but they make up after they come back to their home. Even after Ramadan, after the month of Ramadan, they make up. And this is the conditions, and we talked about the exemption. So we talk in this episode about the merits, the benefits, the pillar of Siyam, and also the conditions, and also when to fast. And I'm happy to talk to you about these things, and I eager to see you inshallah in the next episode, and when you are in the good health inshallah. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.